There are very few fixed rules when we're writing for video, but there are, of course, a couple of best practices that I try to hold myself to in most of my videos. And the first one is almost always to start with a hook. YouTube videos tend to lose 10 to maybe 40% of their audiences in the first half a minute or so. So this part is perhaps the most important one of your video. Also, since YouTube started autoplaying the beginnings of videos, it looking visually enticing is almost as important as a thumbnail being well designed. This is a big part of why tech YouTubers, for example, put their most cinematic and impressive intros right in the beginning. And this is also why you should make sure that your first 30 seconds are on point. Your visual should be great, your first paragraph is super important, and it should create a sense of curiosity and interest in your viewer right away. Then, once our viewers are hooked, our next job is to keep them interested and engaged for as long as possible without any big drops. Retention charts like this show us where people drop off, and they serve as the most important indicator to YouTube that your viewers are actually finding your content valuable. So you really want to keep these as high as possible. How do you do that? First, spread out the interesting information evenly across the video. There can't be any boring parts. Second, cut out any unnecessary paragraphs. Trim, trim, trim. And third, there's the concept of curiosity loops, where you introduce the next question to your audience before you answer the last one. So your viewers never really have a natural exit point. Honestly though, I'm afraid there are no real shortcuts here. You just have to make sure that your video is super interesting to your audience from the beginning all the way to the very end without any boring parts in the middle.